What if I told you there's one NFL team heading into the 2025 season as the favorite in every single game on their schedule? No, this isn't a fantasy, and it's not a drill. It's real, and it's happening in Buffalo. The question is, are the odds makers genius and or just joshing us? Let's dive deep into the incredible buzz around the Buffalo Bills and why every screen, every headline, and every sportsbook is zeroing in on this team like never before. Buffalo, New York isn't just bracing for another football season, it's bracing for the spotlight. The Buffalo Bills are set to become more visible, more scrutinized, and more celebrated than ever before. For the first time in franchise history, the team has been selected for HBO's iconic Hard Knocks series during training camp. Thanks to a rule change this offseason, playoff teams from the past 2 seasons are now eligible, and the Bills made the cut. So get ready for some behind-the-scenes drama, grit, and probably a few Josh Allen one-liners. But that's not all. There's even a Hallmark romance movie currently being filmed that's centered around the Bills and their deep connection with the Western New York community. That's right, a football team inspiring a love story on the Hallmark Channel. You can't make this stuff up. Now let's talk about what really has the NFL world buzzing. ESPN BET Sportsbook currently has the Bills favored in all 17 of their regular season games. Yes, you heard that right, 17 every single game. That's a feat only 23 teams have accomplished since 1978. And in 2025, Buffalo stands alone in that category, and they're not just favorites because of hype. The Bills have been putting in the work. This year's draft saw them focus heavily on defense, an area that needed real attention. Add to that an offensive line that allowed the fewest sacks in the entire league last season, explosive young talents like wide receiver Khalil Shakir, and of course the reigning MVP himself, Josh Allen. This isn't just about potential. It's about results and a future that's demanding to be taken seriously. As OTAs kick off and training camp looms in late July, all eyes are on how the pieces start to fit. Buffalo spent the offseason reinforcing its core, re-signing key talent, bringing back familiar faces, and welcoming major free agent additions like edge rusher Joey Bosa and wide receiver Joshua Palmer. And they'll need every ounce of that depth, especially with high draft picks like tight end Dalton Kincaid and wideout Keon Coleman expected to step into major roles after both battled injuries last season. Contrast that with the uncertainty that surrounded the Bills just 1 year ago. The franchise had just let go of several veteran leaders, installed 2 new full-time coordinators, and overhauled its wide receiver room and defensive starters. Despite all that, they still managed to clinch the division title in early December and set offensive records in the process. Fast forward to now, and the only major coaching change is a new special teams coordinator, Chris Tabor, and a promotion for Will Greenberg as head strength and conditioning coach. In other words, this team found stability, and now it's time to soar. The odds are influenced not just by roster strength, but by context. Buffalo has now won 5 straight AFC East titles, and their schedule? Let's just say it's manageable. Ranked as the 9th easiest in the league, the Bills benefit from facing their toughest opponents, like the Chiefs, Ravens, and Eagles, at home. Speaking of home field advantage, 4 of Buffalo's first 5 games are at home, including a massive Week 1 Sunday Night Football showdown against the Ravens. That game features the top 2 finishers from last season's MVP voting, something we haven't seen in a Week 1 matchup since the NFL-AFL merger in 1970. It also marks Buffalo's first time opening the season with a primetime home game since the year 2000. Still, not everything is set in stone. Some roster battles remain open, especially at wide receiver, where newcomers like Elijah Moore and Kendall Wilkerson are fighting for final roster spots. The cornerback and safety positions also hold question marks, and the Bills will be looking for impact from first-round draft pick Maxwell Hairston as they continue to build a lockdown defense. But make no mistake, the bar has never been higher. Buffalo isn't just hoping for a good season. This is a team and a fan base eyeing that elusive first Super Bowl title. The odds say it's possible. The work they've done says it's probable. Now the question is, can they finish the job? Head coach Sean McDermott summed it up perfectly at the NFL owners meeting. There's a lot of teams that are on the outside looking in and saying, "Hey, I wish we were the Bills." His challenge to the team is clear. Become the best in the world. Wake up every day with that fire, that drive, and that mission. So are the odds makers just hyping the Bills, or is this finally the year they go all the way? One thing's for sure, Buffalo's not flying under the radar anymore. With Josh Allen leading the charge, primetime lights ready to shine, and the entire league watching, this might just be the Bills' most defining season yet. If you're rooting for Buffalo, curious about the drama that's about to unfold, or just love great football stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we'll be here all season long with updates, insights, and every twist in the Bills' incredible journey. Thanks for watching, and hey, the odds are saying one thing, but in football, anything can happen. Stay tuned.